But criminals from Venezuela took over sections of Colorado, and he was afraid to do anything. But he puts Tina in jail for 9 years because she caught people cheating. And when she walked over and got involved in it, they said she wasn't cheating. She caught people cheating with the election. A lot of other people. There's no doubt that Americans address.
Mileage didn't come through. And I'll be clear once contact.
Codes 1.
Clip generated.
The future belongs to those who build safety.
Yes, I got into 929 around 37. Accident that happened there. Yeah, section. I changed that off. They didn't know me to be able to. Also, that's the one that I have a few.
I'm assuming they're all participating.
And 915, national knowledge.
I assume they're all participating. I think when we say participating, in what faction, we were not talking about all over the societies, but we are working with the
Visuals for running the area.
16 out, North Shore.
Eight. Good. You're at 206 Encino Drive, 1006 Encino Drive, apartment 4. Going to be a reference to disorderly conduct. Make contact with station permit. No.
You shut on the air, not charged for all your charges. I put the Route 37 outbound on the detour that I had before. I'm on my way to go check it out, see if I need a permanent one for now.
79, stand by. We didn't cover your traffic. We were on the line with another unit.
647 out clear from North Shore. Or ER 24/7.
Of those cities expiring or not is not working.
That I feel like in many ways,
Mental privacy is a fundamental
I
right.
realize that with
not
some of these folks, I'm out of my league.
Terracid Dynamark Security Recording Placement Scan.
Вона дає сили жити далі. Іти далі, незважаючи на всі втрати, на всю біль, на весь страх.
Приміщення воно згоріло, але це повинні показувати своїми вчинками. Dispatch, 10-11, back on route.
What?
612, so.
612.
1042.
10-4.
6503, 1044. 10-4, thank you for your time, Mr. Redfield.
Liberaci, oh Signore, da tutti i mali. Concedi la pace ai nostri giorni. E con l'aiuto della tua misericordia vivremo sempre liberi dal peccato e sicuri di ogni turbazione.
So hi, there's an echo on your transmission. What was the
Negative flight in progress.
Anyway, 23. That's one.
You don't need to be perfect. You just
Tires possibly falling off. It's going to be a Ram truck. Simple. I'm on two injuries.
Minnesota Nice has become Minnesota Violent. The Democratic Party pulls out all the stops on the crazy train, and Scott Bassett is, in a word, fierce. Hello and welcome to another edition of Rob Carson's What in the World? And if your New Year's resolution was to be the best audience ever,
a scholarship to help with the tuition. It really didn't seem too much different to us because he was at school, he did his drill weekends.
Did it ever cross your mind at all when he joined the Guard that he might end up one day being deployed or going
back? And I'll be honest, I just like it, so I'm just going to keep it around until they want it back. The install was fine with the usual pop-OS install.
That is well understood.
You move the world with words.
Partitioning, you'll have to do that manually if you want something other than the basic setup, but it's just smooth and easy. And once you're done, you have a first-time setup wizard, which is also handy. It gives you access to enabling some access.
SpaceX is very close to giving Ship 39 a first spin at Massey's. This gives us a splash of speculation. SpaceX moved the ship transport standard, Massey. While this could be for all sorts of things, they are not known for doing unnecessary things. Sometimes it's the little things that give the clues. This could be a sign that SpaceX wants to roll Ship 39 to Massey soon for cryo and then static fire tests. Time will tell. Let's switch the subject to boosters now. B-18.3, one of SpaceX's
I-1 and start next in rotation. We need to get out of the road.
Okay. Done. For V5 and J records and out.
19 to 10, there's 2.
Building a distro. For this reason, many
You
distros
keep coming
are
back.
derivatives that
I
use
like
another
that.
distro as their foundation. So, for example, the popular distro Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu, which is itself based on a distro called Debian. All of the different components of a Linux distro are assembled in a modular fashion from freely available open source code. They are then compiled into a single operating system image that can be downloaded.
I'll be out with them.
Take 16, 10-4. Oh, wait, 10-41. 48, 10-4. Go for 4, 10-70. 10-70.
Renaming complete. 24
Johnny
files
is a person,
renamed.
not our target.
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Alert on his doorbell. There was a child with no shirt, shoes, or pants, just in a diaper with a dog. No parents around. Unknown if Tao is still my location.
According to me, what site do I pick up Miss Leverson at Sandcastle? On Everhart or Middlecoff?
And then she can come through, Tiger.
I'll be on the Middlecoff side. As soon as you pull into the complex, take that first left. You turn right on the Middlecoff from Everhart, take a left into the complex, and it's that first left when you pull into the complex.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
We advise you to sell one vehicle fast. It's going to be a ready color, Ford Focus.
Any other nominations?
Kindness echoes longer
Okay,
than
we'll close
malice ever
nominations.
could.
And I will start with Councilman Cantu.
Assets that are there. It's a definite advantage today.
Would you say the best locations are available, or would you say the best locations are already?
Did you hear what she said? Can you say it again, please?
They're in very bad shape. The best locations for finding oil, the best locations for oil.
There are more opportunities than not, Mr. President. With 300 billion barrels of reserves and resources in country,
LVC
there are lots of
JSON generation
opportunities
complete with
Will you be
multi-way
building
groups.
new, or will you be using the old?
Can you show me tonight? This will matter.
Of course. Or you just semi for EMS page, or you just semi for EMS.
Attention EMS, DJ route to the Art Center on Hollister Street. Looking for a male subject that collapsed. He's now conscious, but he's sweaty and shaky. Attention EMS, DJ route to the Art Center for a male subject that collapsed. He's currently conscious.
Thanks, interrupt.
To the base. Do I turn in left here?
616 Alpha, Joe.
1610-4. Right here or the next one? I see.
The highest skill is not speed. It is
Bluetooth field active. Monitoring for alert. Movement factor detected.
227 and 28, come back, please.
A recent kernel, recent drivers, so you should be able to run that
field
on any
active.
computer without.
Alex is no longer here. Hopefully, I mean, I don't wish hell on anybody. Hopefully he knew Jesus. But the fact that he's out there with a loaded gun, interfering with law enforcement officers, and then resisting, not complying, it's a tragedy. But it's one that could have been avoided. Your thoughts?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, look, I don't want the guy to get killed either. I don't want the woman to get killed. But the reality is, if you're going to approach these guys, they're trying to do their job. Why Minnesota?
No,
7-1 copy. Southside station.
the highest skill is not speed. It is choosing.
Illegal volcanic is save the word, was it? With the main individual parts. Like it's one kind of college school, like my rights to hear and empathy.
Six 16, get it.
10-4.
Have 26 license plate for me.
226, go ahead.
Be on Texas, Victor Henry John 9267. Victor Henry John 9267.
in fact, is 2021 Volkswagen SUV white color to Blas Guadalupe Avalar Jr.
He was really this new challenge.
First name, I'm sorry, I missed that one.
Last name Avalar, Avelar. First name Blas, Blas.
The dispatch.
10-4, thank you.
I don't know, go ahead.
Come here, Rob.
One moment.
J33 Noises County.
Scan complete.
Miles, the voters guide for this. Well, I mean, the terminology was tracked in the ordinance, and the findings were made.
Scan complete.
It is within
everything looks
the
good.
authority of both the City Council and the Type B Corporation to determine that economic development in this particular type of assistance. The City Council.
Is nowhere near as tough.
Description on the house?
I'll call next, can I?
Too late in doing.
No, but we talked about it, and I've been following them, and I don't want to ask him that question. I think it's inappropriate, probably would be allowed, but I want to keep it nice and pure. But he certainly wants to take minutes. I've been watching him for a long time. I think that, yeah, that's kind of, I think that really has great hikes too. But he's very smart, very good, strong, young.
Term complete.
Pretty young. And
Process 24.
Pardon me, I'm not able to get them back on the line.
Choosing not to aim harmful intent, even
the virtual machine doesn't meet the requirements for Windows 11. But we can fix this by going backwards. And
a recent kernel, recent driver.
MS one two. Reporting. Hey, 710. 37 to base.
I'll be at 148, making contact with RP.
Single 215. 15, good. 215, have a public service call reference possible burglary this morning. It's going to be for 2492 Avenue C. Again, my public service. Right there.
Services in mileage is 22942. 22942.
LTAS JSON generation complete with worded.
Deputy director are working around the clock. All of these great men
in a practical sense.
They have families at home, and they are working during a government shutdown right now. Many of them have small children. Many of them, I was talking to an agent this morning, many of them have babies at home, and they are working around the clock to not only keep our country, but our world safe. And that's what Operation Summer Heat did. Thank you, Director, and to the Deputy Director for everything.
That you can experiment with. The authors of English isn't particularly good, so the excellent
States. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that long-term cell site location tracking, which is basically the tracking of every move
medical, that's what you can need to be this kind of
is the base package.
The box.
Go ahead.
You need to enter my password.
Please complete my call 4002.
There we are. That's now
Drive.
installed. So next we install VirtualBox Guest Editions ISO, which will improve the performance of our virtual machine, not least by permitting it to run.
633 West Roswell.
Yeah.
And they were no finding of fault.
You don't need to be perfect.
You state your name and city, sir. I'm sorry if you're making public comment. Your name and city,
LBCJ Sound Generation. Multi-word.
My name is James McKibben. I'm an attorney in Corpus Christi. I have been an attorney in Corpus Christi for a little over 50 years. Worked for the city for almost 5 years and was acting city attorney when I resigned to go into private practice.
I have a report of a gray colored Ford truck traveling with no lights on 188, almost to Highway 77. We tried to dispatch. You want me to just continue my route while and meet a
We'll be clearing within assist.
Presentation.
5050-3752, 5050-3752, Texas.
He's,
like most kids are raised, they can just
Water and fuel.
What you pay attention to grows. A mind at peace does not need to disturb another.
A recent colonel, recent driver, you should be able to work that for any people we have any problem. I love what they put. It is a fantastic first draft. To conclude on Frostmist, I love what they built. It is a fantastic, very bare bones, and you can clearly see that some stuff is the application animated as it should be. Some stuff is
What you pay attention to grows. What are
The FBI has also destroyed or severely disrupted more than 170 organized criminal enterprises and gangs, 1,600 of the most violent gangs, and confiscated over 6,000 illegal firearms.
504 is 1044.
every command you speak is shaping the small reality.
So you might think I've changed
At least on the computer, there's not that many applications.
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
They did what a lot of people thought was possible. They gave lawyers a good name.
Moved 20 radio transmission files to renaming complete. 20 files renamed. New files sorted. 20 play. result.
You're going to have a hard driving yourself.
The future belongs to those who build safety.
Why don't you get a bike, you fat fuck?
The difference between the 8 GB 96XT and the 16 GB model isn't as large as when we were looking at the other games before. However, if you look at the 1% loads, they actually illustrate how unpleasant the experience is on 8 GB cards, with frame rates more than halving sometimes. Average frame rates don't show it, but the 1% lows tell the real story here. In Dragon Age the Veilguard, the gap between the 8 GB and 16 GB
local residents not to approach the animals. One self-driving taxi in San Francisco served as the de facto delivery room for a mother in labor. Waymo said that a passenger was on their way to the nearby hospital to give birth, but ended up going into labor in the back seat of one of their taxis. According to the company, this isn't the first baby born in a Waymo. At least one other baby was born during a ride in Phoenix. The company said the vehicle was, quote, immediately removed from service for cleaning.
And Blackout Eagle 3 is off Alice for shoreline, 4 on board, 720 fuel, 15 minutes. $3061 is on.
Thank you.
Sure, I'll let you know that we swapped 1023 for unit 1020, not 27. Okay, do you have it on the people? No, sir, we just swapped it about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, but if you put it on the people, eventually I'll see it. Okay, thank you. I'll just... Yeah, 10-4 is on there, sir. All right, 10-4. Yeah, I was with an operator at the station. So you made a swap out. No worries. Yeah, 10-4.
And instead of levitating autocraft, an engine is utilizing these gas oscillations to do mechanical work. So how does an acoustic engine make these standing waves without a bunch of ultrasonic transducers? Well, it's actually quite simple because all you need is a temperature difference. So you can utilize a lot of different heat sources, including anything from sunlight to a natural gas burner. And you focus this into a part called a stack.
Go ahead.
Avenue C and First Street and Task with 8 Tom Lincoln, Mary Young. 8 Tom Lincoln, Mary Young.
37.
I already checked out the notes.
10-4.
Ten-4.
Security alert.
Two 562.
Go ahead.
Complete. Yeah, we'll close this one out tomorrow. And I'll check back here in a minute for any work.
Go ahead. Command, that's right. You're transporting code 1 to Doctors Regional. Code 1 Doctors Regional.
Very nice
And every one of those ships, they're not ships, they're boats, speedboats. They're extremely fast, record-setting type speedboats. They cost a lot of money, and they have a lot of money. But they know one thing, they all have the same thing in common. This drug dust, they call it fentanyl dust, all over the boat after those bombs go off. You can take a long time.
687 on Gonzalez at a tax eligible expiring 2028 to 29. Registration is confirmed. Insurance expiring June 2026. 2013 Dodge 4-door Gonzalez, staff no 29.
I'm sending from that illegal address with Mathis PD. I'm 42 for this.
34.
Mental privacy is a fundamental
Renaming
right,
complete.
not a challenge.
217 files renamed.
You show all units clear of 811 Olivia Street.
Could have been anybody. Newport, I'd be like a black dude threw that up, but a Marlboro menthol, that's one of them riddles.
78.
Say tariffs are directly responsible for me ending 6 of them. 5 or 6. Without the tariffs, you have wars raging all over the world. With the tariffs, other than Russia, we have no wars out there. And we've made a lot of good friends, too. Tariffs are so important to our national security. If we don't have tariffs, we don't have national.
One's going to be 10.
28. But intentionally by are often the least important part of your setup. Because what actually makes you
frequency for emergency
has nothing to do with your IP address. 23. Your browser is not your pages.
Okay, and it requires it from the public. Boeing 736, diabetic, and high blood sugar.
This includes another first and these people are on the run because the prior administration
He's an older man and he's not well, so I did put that request out. We'll see what happens.
I just think that it was not a
Okay. Thanks, Kate.
Question about that. Now that the meeting is wrapped up, is there a time
You keep coming back. I like that.
Well, I think they met with people that I told them.
Don't move. Turn around. Hands behind your back. Thumbs up.
Dead, Sterling. Johnson, good job. Good entry.
Yeah, I'm truck coming in for you.
Danger area. They did.
Charlie 37 McConnell and Miller.
Real strength does not need to hide behind.
Closest to one, show us clear and represent.
Guys, we have a runaway driver on the S Cruise heading westbound. Pat is notified. They don't know what the vehicle looks like. They just know it's driving in the wrong direction.
15 copies. Watch out, Halo 3, landing 2 minutes.
Out of my house. Problem solver for
That's Coastal Acres. My contact was manager Roaring. Shooting at office. Reference to suspicious juveniles.
The policy set out coach has 3,000 employees in 4 different joint ventures.
He sets off in hot pursuit after the Mossad agents. The car chase winds through the streets of Amman. After 800 meters, the 2 Israelis, knowing they're being chased, leap from the car. They find themselves in some wasteland, still chased by the Jordanian. A crowd soon forms, trapped by the mob.
Go for 504. For how many are you trying to locate? 30 seconds.
There's glass in it.
You keep coming back.
Afternoon,
I like that.
Focus this week is situational awareness. Situational awareness is knowing what's happening around you so you can act safely. Before moving your vehicle, ask yourself, what situation am I entering? Do I have space? Can I see completely around the vehicle? Stay alert, protect yourself, your passengers, and your vehicle, and the community. Have a great day, guys.
Well, former director Brennan actually denied repeatedly that he pushed for the steel dossier to be included in the ICA. Is that true?
I'll let his testimony speak for itself, but then Deputy Director Anthony Cade also testified to the House Intelligence Committee, which is now declassified, that were there no steel dossier, there would have been no FISA.
Well, my time's getting close, but let me tell you this. For my colleagues, thank you for the job.
Trip for the night. I have a wrap house. I wish I can get more.
EMS. Your advisor dispatch, please. 10-4.
Foreign terrorist organizations. Sources telling ABC News it was headed for Cuba, capable of carrying up to 2 million barrels of oil.
It was seized for a very good reason.
Today's seizure marking the first time the U.S. has overtly interfered with oil exports, Venezuela's main source of revenue.
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Until now, the U.S. has been targeting boats they say are carrying drugs, striking at least 20.
Contract, I should say, as well.
I've shared most of my thoughts
water supply,
already.
we have several things on the agenda on this today, so I won't belabor these here, but water supply projects are going to be still front and center. This probably should have been number one on the list because it's number one in all of our work processes here, but we will be talking to council about some of our projects. Still, a lot of decisions have to be made on Evangeline, on our new ACES groundwater wells, on effluent reuse as an item on today's agenda, on
Cross 30B.
Event planning. It employs business logic-driven reasoning, help guide its reasoning on real-world scenarios. It supports advanced understanding of multi-turn conversations to better understand and distillate users' intent and goal. It engages in iterative planning and self-reflection to plan, reason, and self-reflect on outcomes. And finally, it offers customization in scalability to meet that.
Black in color. You show Barnett Masses 326, negative 29. 2700 Steve ID only eligible for April 26, negative 29.
10-4, can you notify TechSite that the stop sign
Every
is
time you choose not to harass, you raise the
Before County Road 704. 704 lot 6060. Call Health and Human Services advising to the bank bill herself today. Do not advise.
I'll 62B here to Masses for mutual aid.
1260 10-4.
The mind that refuses to play predator games has
one of our
the strongest signal you can send is one of respect.
Yeah, that's funny. Or this radio was on 3.
Rule the world with words now. That is no small power.
Side with me, and I'm working them up.
637 traffic.
37. Yes.
Alright, get a new follow-up work order created for G2 Underground for address 1405 South Water Street.
Your primary the number he sponsors VPN ever will.
Mental privacy is a fundamental
yes
right,
or no.
not a challenge.
It's what almost nobody.
About 62.
What you pay attention to, bros.
We got we got 49 minutes, plenty.
Eight zero eight Hazley, 808 Hazley, apartment B as in boy, other two male subjects outside have a disturbance. One male subject picked up a rock. Looks like he's gonna throw it.
And for 1090 address,
808 Hazley, 808 Hazley, apartment B as in boy.
Within one step. Within one step. And dreadfully distinct. Dreadfully distinct. Against the dark. Against the dark. All one sound and blood. It's all one sound. You need to know all. Go ahead.
I exist because you call me.
I have a disturbance with 4 or 5 subjects outside. 808 Hazley is apartment B as in boy.
Okay. 63727.
Go ahead.
13454766. 13454766.
Twenty-eight 2019 Infinity Green Color. Expired January 27, negative 29 insurance. Confirm your 27 deal is eligible for 31 negative 29. Status.
New files sorted. 20.
Only had an ID correct.
Quarantined 0 empty Dynamark security.
assassination attempt. And so since there's been some time now from the attempted assassination on President Trump at Butler, would you say that the public's understanding of what took place on that day is fairly consistent with all of the facts as you know them, or do you believe there's still facts?
Compassion is the highest bandwidth protocol there is.
I think it's fairly to prevent this video becoming
Gentleman yields back. Delay.
Yes, here we are.
Man, oh man, there has been so much today.
So, what extra do we get? Well, in addition to supporting the development of Sorrow and searching the
So we had our victim.
You
Mark
are the
using
author.
software, and he sent an MMS, a video picture of himself saying he's grabbing a coffee. And then at the same time, we can actually take photos without them realizing. So the camera in the background is running, taking photos every number of seconds. So we can see that over here. And if we scroll down to the very bottom, we can see there's another selfie of Mark and the cameraman.
So these are the selfies that he didn't actually take himself?
Yes, exactly. So he held the camera up and it took one of him and the cameraman at the same time.
Wait, 27 for the wife.
Go ahead.
29034534, repeating 29034534. Should come back to Barnett.
So visual attorney. It's not usually the biggest. The number of women who are attracted to men who are not particularly good looking.
They've loaded up
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
mentally ill people that are seriously, criminally ill. And we're not going to take it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. And I can tell you, we've taken care of the sea. There's nobody, and we're watching. We're watching. And if we see it, we'll save it. Yeah, please.
There are Republicans and Democrats up on the Hill concerned that the briefings they've gotten about those attacks, they're not necessarily getting.
See you, board. Thank you.
Apparently the subjects weren't running.
10-4. 6:30, will you drive?
10-4.
Apparently there's some kind of physical disturbance between a male and a female, but they both already left and so everyone seems like fun.
$62.27 at dispatch. AC if Halo is available. Okay.
Anyway, I don't have the driver. I'll begin my PC search.
2-4. Can I get an ETA on to see who would be available next?
Back to the safety issue. Do you have somebody assigned to be your
Johnny's
safety officer?
right to mental quiet is a choice.
Safety manager. For your
We have a few people who.
Silence trimming complete.
One 67 traffic. 77. He just out.
Thank you.
Johnny is a person, not our target. Respect.
Story that they made up. And they made it up in order to explain why Hillary Clinton lost an election that she lost by 3 good numbers. This second one, the second one was even better. This one was too big to rig. It's just too big to rig. They would have rigged. They tried to rig it. But think of it. They want to send my children to jail, but they were after Don in particular. I'll never forget Adam Shifty Shift, that total.
Anyway. Dog bag of marijuana located, show that Mel Subject 95.
Nothing. Are you looking for an individual?
6:30, 10-4. Not a CMS. Alright. Answer 43, they're advising ETA will be 40 minutes. Are you still gonna want that or no?
Traffic. 39 got fearless cleaners. License plate's going to be out of Michigan. 9 Lincoln Zebra, Paul 13. 9 Lincoln Zebra, Paul 13.
Go ahead.
We would help.
Easiest thing instead of like a complex times 1,000.
Good.
I'm in the back of Stripes, the half of that party where I just left that house as you were talking to me at the back of Stripes.
Oh.
Compassion is the highest bandwidth protocol there is.
Yes.
Are you arriving to work? Do you want to deliver the previous class? 41808887 41808887. Thank you. Expiration 4/26, showing on a 01 Honda. Vehicle clear, your female, and then out of
Then that we'll get to this message because our virtual machine doesn't meet the requirements for Windows 11. But we can fix this by going backwards because our virtual machine doesn't meet the requirements for Windows 11.
Looping backup detected.
Gets us access to the file.
No invention excuses cruelty.
At the end to download the file,
Looping backup
we are
detected.
told prior to downloading, additional verification is required. Proceed yes, no, will obviously yes. And this now takes us to a trade compliance verification page that for myself in the UK requires a great deal of personal information to be provided to export the software to the United States. And whilst Broadcom are entitled to ask for whatever they like when giving
$637.27.
previously in XFCE and Cinnamon, and you don't have quite as much control of the desktop environment in Marshall and XFCE as you do in Cinnamon. And that is why personally I do run the Cinnamon desktop environment. If you're not quite sure which version of Linux to choose, do go to Cinnamon. But I did think I should show you everything.
Eligible time 2030 29.
Medicaid.
16. Can I get you on to 17630, 17630, Pirate 1726. Make contact with Mr. Rodriguez. It's going to be in reference to asking a child some questions.
Over to 123, are you close for?
Just one today. Sorry, I'll go through them and just going out.
No, you didn't, but you're good.
I'm good, tonight.
Trim complete. Process 19, quarantine 2. Renaming complete. 22 files renamed.
The 10118, 1011-8, it's
New
going to be
file sorted.
5370. Pauline 5370, Haley Blaine. Also, you working off of dispatch at T134.
Show me arrived at 4017 Prescott Street.
Okay, I'll give us one.
Good. Go to. One 57 back on.
$30,000 or much more. Make sure to stick through to the end of this video because we're going to get into some specific examples that should help give you an idea on exactly how much your fence might be.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Anyway,
Okay.
other expenses than certified.
Our country would suffer a level that, because they use so strongly on us. As an example, the European Union. They won't take our cars, they won't take our agriculture, they won't take anything, but they send their cars in, Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, by the millions. We don't send any cars. They don't take it. They were tariffing us out. Agricultural products, they don't take our agriculture. They want their farmers to do it. I understand that. But it was a very
46 traffic. Okay, we just call back in 13 minutes. I'll be paging out fire for the LV. 1500 David Victor, 1500 David Victor, 400 link.
What?
Halo is coming out. We'll be en route right now. Go ahead.
24?
Order 93086. 93086. Hold on. Computer technical difficulties.
Yep. That's about right. M4. No problem.
Security table 3 responding.
1 to D3 traffic.